Welcome back to PUBG Pull-Ups. I'm your host Matrym, and the first week of PCS4 had some amazing plays, but we're going to be taking a look at Dignitas' astounding 13-kill victory on day number 2, match number 2, to be the first team to get 2 chicken dinners.
Honey Badger is unable to get revived at the moment. It's a 2-on-2 finish between Dignitas and Akreche. A lot of damage onto Sparking, but he's alive for now as Bruxo going to be pushing off.
Well, Sparking will go down. Bruxo will find one. No! Shinboi! 1v2! Dignitas with a 13-kill win!
It was a chaotic finish for all the teams involved. No one had secure control of this game. It took us 8 games, but we finally have our 2-time winner.
Going into PCS4, we have had a lot of changes. Love it or hate it, we now have the most chicken rule. Winning a round is now the most important factor, and it is all about stacking win upon win. Going into Game 8, there has not been a single team with more than 1 chicken dinner. For just a little bit of background moving into this fight, Space Station Gaming is down to the southeast. Dignitas is in the north and had good firing angles onto their position. Akreche has the majority of Junkyard, but just a few members to try to hold it down, and Sonics are just to the south of that position. At this stage, there is no 4-man squad still up. Everybody's coming into this fight with at least 1 casualty. Now that you know where all the teams are positioned, you have to understand the terrain. There is a long, sloping hillside that Dignitas and Space Station Gaming, as well as Sonics, have to contend with. Junkyard itself is a ridiculously difficult place to fight close range. The tires, crates, old vehicles, odd 2-story garage building, fences all make Junkyard a very difficult place to fight. Dignitas moves down the hillside into the long barn position. Space Station Gaming jump in vehicles and rotates along the northern wall, leaving one of their members back behind in Uncivil near where the shack is at. They take the high ground advantage position that Dignitas was at, but Dignitas repositions, following a similar strategy to what Space Station Gaming did, leaving Sparking back behind a Junkyard itself to maintain control of that area. 2 Sonic members are still playing along the hillside to the south. You can see the complexity of Junkyard proper, and it's been quite a while since anybody has taken a shot, so no one knows where anyone is at. Sonic's H-Wing sees Dignitas repositioning and takes a few shots. Now people know where at least 2 teams are at. Sparking hears this, then looks over in that sneaky spot, spots out H-Wing, gets some shots onto him, and gets the knock. Sonic's Tiggleton comes to reinforce, takes a couple of shots at Sparking, gets the damage, and forces him to retreat just a few steps. Tig then manages to get the res back on H-Wing. While this is going on, Dignitas does spot out Space Station Gaming repositioning, and Shinboi starts to take shots up towards the hill. Dignitas has become the key moving factor between several teams, but this now means all 3 remaining teams know their position and are trying to harass them. Tig hears the shots that Shinboi was putting out, beads in on him, and knocks him for revealing his position. Space Station Gaming now dashes into the Junkyard wall, but this is whenever Akreche finally pops up in their sneaky position, gets the spray in, and one gets a knock on the sharp shot as they're making approach, but Keenan does manage to make it to the fence. Sonics now use the sound from this fight to move into where Akreche and SSG have been fighting. While Dignitas was the catalyst of everything going down, they now find themselves the only team not in the main fight arena. Tiggleton makes a slight move, finding himself a position to where he can vault on top of the garage. Uncivil takes a couple of shots, but now that reveals his position. With the circle coming in, Civ has to make the move. Shinboi spots it out after he's revealed his position, takes a couple of shots, and with the assistance of the blue zone, he goes down. Dignitas uses this opportunity to try to move into the main fighting area. Oddly enough though, it's going to be Tiggleton on top that defends Akreche from down below, spraying into Dignitas and forcing them to yield. The center of the circle falls just outside of Junkyard. Control of the garage building and that fence just beyond may very well decide who the round winner is. Dignitas realizes this, and throwables come out in force, just launching them over the fence wall. While the throwables are coming out, Akreche and one spots out Keenan, guns him down, removing Space Station Gaming from the equation and dropping us to 3 teams. Dignitas' Shinboi realizes he has an opportunity here, steps away from the wall to throw a Molotov over it to see if he can connect some damage onto Akreche, but it's going to be Tiggleton up on top of the garage that spots him out and gets the down hit. Sonic's H-Wing then uses that reinforced position, jumps down from the garage itself, but it's going to be Honey Badger getting a sneaky little peek in between the fence itself, gets the knock onto him. Tig, though, using that same angle, drops down and gets the shots onto Honey Badger in revenge. Tiggleton now knows he's in a dangerous position. As he makes his push through, that Molotov that Shinboi threw earlier is hidden to him, completely invisible by the smokes, and going to start taking him down for a massive amount of damage, and drop us down to 2 teams. At the exact same moment, Dignitas reses Shinboi to move into a 2v2 versus Akreche for the end. Cresce steps away from the wall, spots out Sparking, and unloads into him, cutting his health to about 40%. Cresce feel this is their moment to strike. Brucho steps forward, gets the knock onto Sparking, but it's going to be Shinboi after the Molotov, after the res, after everything that pops up on the hillside and gets a knock onto both of the members for a Cresce to finish it off with a quick flick and Dignitas to get their second round win. Dignitas wins the fight after weathering a storm of difficulties, showing PUBG perseverance pays off in the end. Now the first team to get a second chicken dinner. For more amazing displays of skill in casting, make sure you tune in to PCS4.